What is going on, guys? It's Monday morning, I'm not at work, and I'll tell you why. Because of that. And that is the Whiteline springs for the Magneride. I looked around, there's a few options. Obviously Steeda have those, BMR I believe have those. And then Whiteline, I went around Facebook. Actually, I was searching around Facebook, and then I see Whiteline making, they had a promotional deal on the springs. So like a pre-order type of thing. So I was like, well, this is interesting. I might have to try them. So let me show you what they look like. And what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna go ahead and take the car somewhere else to install the springs, because I don't have, in the apartment complex, I don't have the ability to do that, nor I have the tools. So I'm gonna have to pay obviously someone to install this. It's a little bit of a steep price, but I'm going to a really good shop. So I'm hoping they treat me well and they have a good service. And they do a really good job. Let me show you what actually the springs look like. So these are the springs. Obviously you can see here the fronts, here the backs. And they are progressive on the back and linear on the front. Because of that, is obviously this is going to be a little bit less comfortable in the front. However, they will feel better, they'll handle better. But this is what they look like, pretty much like any other spring, but I'm excited to try them. It's about 0.98 drop, so it's about an inch. I hope it's not too much of a steep drop. My old car had about, I believe it was a little bit over an inch, actually maybe an inch and a half in the front. It was perfect fitment, but I don't know how the Magneride would actually respond to an inch and a half drop in the front. So I think a 0.98 drop is a very conservative drop, but it also is going to look really well. I'm going to go ahead and get the day going. I have to carry this heavy set of springs about a mile to my car, as always. However, we're headed out on the way to the shop. I'm not gonna bore you guys with that. I will just show you the end result. So let's get it. Well, guys, the springs are installed. We're in the car, and now I'm gonna see how it feels driving this car. A few things: the drop is not very big. Also, I want to apologize. I'm not sure how well you guys can see what's going on the road. However, I'm trying a new thing, so we'll see how it goes. I hope you guys can see the road better than I think you guys should looking into the road. The springs are on the car. The drop was not as big as I thought it would be. 2 fingers, a little bit maybe over 2 fingers. The car still looks better, but I believe the drop, as I mentioned, it's only about 0.98 of an inch. So it's not a massive drop, but the car feels just about normal. It feels very comfortable. Not much of a difference between when it was stock and this. It feels about the same, which is a good thing. I wasn't expecting there to be much of a difference. I want to see how it handles on some turns. However, there's obviously Florida is very flat and there's not many turns that we have. So I'm gonna drive around for a little bit. I'm gonna let you guys know. I have to fight traffic, but I'm gonna let you guys know what it feels like or what the difference is after a minute or two. So what are my thoughts so far? I took a few turns. Obviously I'm driving in traffic, so I can't really go on a spiritual drive that much, but my thoughts are that the car handles very well. For the small drop that you get, it feels very planted and it's very comfortable. I'm gonna change the mode actually now to sport and see how that feels. And of course, let me go back to track exhaust. But I want to see how the car feels in a sport mode with these springs. However, it feels amazing. It feels very planted. It feels even better than the stock. I'll be honest with you guys. It feels really good. So here we're going over some bumps on the highway. It feels normal. Right now I'm in sports mode, which should be a little bit stiffer based on the Magneride, but it feels totally normal. So I'm very happy with the springs. Even though the drop, I was hoping there would be a little bit more of a drop, but the average Magneride drops about an inch. This is a little bit less than an inch. It still looks really good. It doesn't have that slam look that my GT had, which is the springs. But it's alright. However, my GT drop was actually pretty substantial. I believe it was about 1.5 in the front. So you could definitely tell then the car was dropped. These should settle a little bit more. However, these springs feel really nice on the road. They have a little bit of a drop, but they also handle very well as well, which I'm very, very happy. And here we're in a little bit more of a twisty road, and it feels really good. Like the way the car handles, it feels really good. You can push it without a problem or an issue. The handling, I don't know if I want to say it's improved, but actually the car feels more planted. It feels way more planted, which I'm very happy. I love it, guys. The car feels so much more planted to the ground. And you guys can see just from these turns, it feels super planted. Without these bumps, the rear end just sticking to the ground as well. No issues whatsoever. Oh my god, this car feels so good in these springs. I hope you guys enjoyed some POV driving around the corners with some spirited driving. I'm gonna go ahead and park the car at the garage at home, and I will let you guys kind of see what it looks like and make your judgment for yourself, showing how much of a drop this car had. Again, it's not a big drop. However, the springs feel amazing, the handling feels amazing, and I want to say it's a little bit more comfortable than actual OEM setup, which kind of doesn't make sense, because from the factory they make the setup to feel as comfortable as it can. However, this feels a little bit better. It feels a little bit more planted, but also you don't lose the comfort. Anyway, I'll show you guys what it looks like on the outside. All right, here it is. So you guys can tell the drop is about 2 fingers away from the, I can fit 2 fingers here, and up here it's about 2 fingers. So it dropped a little bit, not too much, but I think it looks great. And goddamn, Florida is too hot. But this is what it looks like. I believe it looks great. I think it's the perfect fit, because I'm planning, as I said, I'm planning on increasing the size of these tires. So these are 305s. I'm planning on going 315s and 285s versus 275s in the front. So please, in the comments down below, let me guys know what you think of the Whiteline lowering springs. These are from the Magneride. They do have lowering springs for the basic GT, or not the basic, I don't want to say the basic, but the regular GT. So this is the Magneride. This is what it looks like. It looks a little bit lower. I love the look. I think it fits perfectly. And from the video, you guys saw that it handles very well. You don't lose any of the comfort from the factory ride. I rode the car all the way back here in Sport, and it felt phenomenal. It felt great. It actually felt more planted and better than the actual factory setup. I don't know why that is, but it felt that way. I want to say thank you to Whiteline, especially with their staff. Their salesperson were great. They were able to answer a lot of my questions. They were able to help out. And also their techs, we had a little bit of issue installing the front springs. Well, the issue was, usually most springs, when you have springs installation in the front, the actual name and the actual part number should be upright, so you should be able to read it normally. With these, it's reversed, so they're down, I guess downright or upside down. So we had to flip the springs. But Whiteline they were very responsive. Their techs were very responsive as well. At first they were kind of stumped as well, but once we flipped the springs over, everything fit totally fine. So I'm very glad going with Whiteline. They're a great manufacturer. If you guys have heard of them before with other cars, They're really good at what they do, and their products are top notch. So I'm really glad they released their Magneride White Springs. These again, they were in kind of like a pre-order form. So I got a really good deal on them. They didn't give me any discounts. I'm not trying to promote them or anything like that. I'm just speaking from personal experience so far. But I want to say again, thank you, Whiteline. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe and please watch this video. Please share this video. More views mean more content for you guys, and also more likes mean more content. So please like this video as well, and I'll catch you guys later.